Yes guys, welcome back to Stretford Paddock. We're back outside Old Trafford. The weather's absolutely awful. We've managed to get a bit of a reasonably dry spell before it probably does start pissing it down. As you can imagine, with the winter break, there's not that much news kicking about, but we've managed to scrape the barrel and find some stuff. So kicking it off with a bit of an update on James Maddison now. The Telegraph are reporting this morning that James Maddison is close to agreeing a new contract at Leicester City, and if that contract renewal is to go through, then that could be a bit of a dent in Man United's summer business. Obviously, we know that United have been interested in Maddison since last summer. Obviously, when we were trying to get the Maguire deal over the line, there were even reports that we'd inquired about Maddison, but Leicester were a bit reluctant to let go of two of their best players, and of course to let them go to a top six rival at that time as well. So this could sort of force United's hand to go and sign. Obviously, we've been linked with the likes of Jack Grealish and players like that. So, and obviously, you'd imagine the Grealish deal to go through a little bit easier if Aston Villa do end up getting relegated back down to the Championship. So that is one to keep an eye on. So when it came out that United was sort of looking at either between Maddison or Grealish, I was always a bit of a bigger fan of James Maddison. I thought, he's got that Premier League experience behind him. He's played with top class players at Leicester. But having watched more of Jack Grealish this season, seeing what he's about as a player, as a character, and as a leader, I definitely think he's the player that United should be going for in the summer. He's shown his quality in the Premier League, and if Villa do end up going down, like I say, we can definitely get him for more of a cheaper price than we would be getting for James Maddison. But let us know what you think in the comments. Do you want Jack Grealish or do you want James Maddison? Moving on to another story, and this one is concerning Jesse Lingard. The ESPN are reporting that Jesse Lingard could be on the way out of United, with Atletico Madrid and Italian side Roma leading the race for his signature. Now, for me, Lingard, and I think most United fans probably agree with this as well, I think Lingard seems to have run his course with United. He's always been a player that's been criticised heavily for not producing enough on the pitch, not providing enough assists, not providing enough goals, and there has been defenders of Lingard as well saying that's not his game. His game is to find little pockets of space, create space for other players, his movement off the ball. And Lingard's always been a player that I've tried to stuck up for as well. But recently I think Lingard might have appeared to have burned his bridges with the club. Obviously signing with Mino Raiola as his agent, and of course Ollie seemed to lose his rag with him in the semi-final game against Manchester City as well at the Etihad. For continuously losing the ball. And it's a shame, because you want to see players that have come through the academy, that are local lads, that love the club, to go on and do great things there. And, Lingard has always been a bit Marmite. People have either loved him or they've hated him, and he's never really nailed down that first team spot, which a lot of people did think he was going to do when Ollie first took over, because he was getting a bit more consistent. Obviously with the season he had with Jose Mourinho as well was his best season. It has been Lingard's worst season in the United shirt this year, and I think it might be time for Lingard to move on and try and revive his career somewhere else if he wants to have hopes of playing for England again, because like I say, you've got the likes of Jack Grealish, James Maddison, even Ross Barkley and people like that. They're pushing for their midfield spots in England, and Lingard not performing well at United and not really getting many chances at United, deservingly not getting many chances based on his performance. It probably is going to be best if he does go and move on. But let us know what you think in the comments. Like I said, do you want Lingard to stay? Do you want him to go? So moving on to a bit of an update on the squad, really. Three members of the squad. According to the Manchester Evening News, Diego Dalot, Luke Shaw and Jesse Lingard, who we've just spoken about, have flown out to Dubai for a warm weather training camp during the Premier League's winter break. You've seen a lot of United players there. I think Pogba did it earlier on this season with his injury. I think that Matic has been out there with his injury early on in the season, and of course the whole squad went over there last season as well with Ollie. I think it was before the Tottenham game. It's interesting that it has been these three players, though. Obviously we've seen other players go out there, like I say. With it being Diego Dalot, obviously just coming back from his injury quite recently. He's featured in the Cup game against Tranmere, and of course Wolves here the other day as well. So we might not want to not play him for a while, so he risks getting injured again. Keep the minutes in his legs and keep him on his toes out there in Dubai. The same with Lingard. Lingard's been out of form. He won't want to wait too long till he gets back playing again. So I think going to Dubai could do him a bit of good as well. And obviously there's been constant question marks since Luke Shaw really came to the club about his fitness and his physical state. So a bit of warm weather training over there in Dubai will probably do in the world of good. And stuff like this, it's probably vital for the squad as well. I mean, we've got a lot of games coming up. We've got Chelsea first game back, and then obviously we've got the Europa League matches against Bruges. We've got a home game against Watford, thrown into the middle of that. You know, we've got some big games coming up that are going to be pretty decisive in our season. You know, rotation is key if United do want to succeed and have any sort of success this season, whether that be a top 4 finish, you know, a win in the Europa League, obviously getting back into the Champions League through that way as well, and of course maybe a little bit of a run in the FA Cup as well. So, you know, we are going to have to wait and see on that one. We are going to wrap it up there, guys. Obviously, sorry it's a bit of a short one, but with it being the winter break, it's pretty low on news even for Man United, you know, and I want to get out of this rain as well. So thanks for tuning in. If you've liked the video, make sure you like it, share, comment, get your comments in, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you on the podcast later on as well. See you in a bit.